Good morning from Bali, everyone. It's Cindy from Ed and from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today I thought, since a number of clients have been asking about seeing the environment a bit more, during my videos at least, and certainly our appointments is when they're asking me, I thought today I would place myself just in front of one of the pools here, and I'm hoping that you get this beautiful view behind you as we speak. And today I thought I would talk to you about flattery and insults. And of course, we've all felt these things or heard these things or expressed these things. And I thought first I would start with the definitions of these two words that we understand, and sometimes we understand the meanings behind them. So today I thought I'd start with the meanings behind these words. So the first definition of flattery, to flatter: lavish, insincere praise and compliments upon someone, especially to further one's own interests. And we hear that quotation of, flattery will get you everywhere or flattery will get you nowhere. And we know about this understanding of flattery. Another definition of flattery is to make someone feel honored and pleased. To make someone feel honored and pleased. And that is the definition that I love to use. I do not like flattery from my own words, my own expression, for something that's insincere. So when I'm flattering someone, it's because I truly feel it, and I do hope that they feel honored and pleased with the words that I'm sharing with them. And of course, how we receive flattery is different for different people too. It might even be different for us depending on who it comes from, right? So in that understanding, we can start understanding ourselves. Do we flatter people a lot, and why? And how do we accept flattery? So that's an important concept. And the other one I wanted to talk about is insult. And the insult definition is speak to or treat with disrespect or scornful abuse. Speak to or treat with disrespect or scornful abuse. Now, there are different ways that people can treat each other or speak to each other in this sort of energy, and that can be to actually express something verbally or to not express something verbally, and that can be disrespectful. So either way, it can be seen as disrespectful or experienced as disrespectful, and we will only know our own intentions when we do something, because we might avoid speaking with someone because we're not comfortable with speaking with that person, or we don't like the way that person speaks with us, and so we might avoid. Or we might be trying to prove a point. You know what? You speak to me that way, I'm not speaking to you anymore. So these are the different ways that people can also disrespect or speak or not speak to each other, which is felt as an insult. Now, it's interesting. I came across a quotation which I thought was right in line with a great conversation I had with a dear friend yesterday, and it was about flattery and insults, if we were to put it simply. And I have reflected on this, I would say, probably since I started the work of grief recovery, and with clients and myself, and I started understanding my own thought patterns. And it's a very common experience for most people to really acknowledge when someone has said something that they do not like. So if someone says something that we would consider insulting or hurtful, we remember this, and we remember it, and we might hold on to it. And then when someone says something that's flattering, we might remember that too. Now, the things that we remember that are flattering, I like that person. They say nice things about me. They make me feel good. They're my friend. And the things that people say that are not flattering or insulting, that make us feel hurt, and it's again the same mind that is experiencing this. It's only you will know your own mind as to how you experience. But often with insults, we hold on to it. So we hear it, we understand it, we feel it as a hurt, we understand it from our perspective. And if we feel this hurt, we might hold on to it. Now, if we step even further back, we can look at ourselves, and this is what I've done, and I hope you'll do too. Step back and see, what do you hold on to more? And I would say that probably more people than not will hold on to the hurts more than the flattery. So the flattery we can even put aside as that was a good day for me, or that person is just so, always says nice things, and I don't think they're really that deep, they're just nice to everyone. Well, guess what? That's a reflection of that person, that they're able to see the nice in everyone or the good in everyone. And it's a reflection of ourselves of, I can't accept this compliment, but I can hold on to the insult. So that is something that I discovered about myself. And Quite honestly, I really like being different than the norm, I'll say. I think that there's a lot of things that I consider as different from what the average perspective might be on many things. Yet at the same time, I see that I'm very, very normal and very average, maybe thankfully so, about this, because I recognize that, wow, I'm very similar to the majority of the world, that we hold on to those insults because of a sense of security, that I don't want to get hurt again. I will hear this, I hear how this person speaks to me or treats me, and I don't want to experience that again, so I can pull back. And that is what happens with majority of people. Now the thing is even if we pull back, that's an action, but the mind and the thoughts will hold on to it, which means we're still carrying this. And many people can carry these sorts of insults, or any insults, for life. Some for many days, some for life. And in terms of the flattery, it's a little bit easier to let go of because we don't actually give it that much value. And this is what I love about today, and certainly with working with grief recovery and brain retraining, I'm always reminded, even as I'm working with other clients, about this for myself too, that yeah, I am choosing to hold on to the things that make me feel good. And not because I think they're not true, right? Why do I think that insults are true? That's really how that person feels about me. And flattery is not true because they just want something from me. I might move it into that direction even. Or I might just not feel so confident about myself that I'm sure they didn't mean that. Or maybe that was just a good date for me, or that sort of idea. So I came across this beautiful quotation which kind of depicts that in words. And it says, flattery and insults raise the same question. What do you want? It's so interesting, isn't it? So flattery and insults raise the same question. What do you want? Now, I want to feel safe. I want to feel safe more than I want to be flattered. So I hold on to the insults because I feel like I'm keeping myself safe by making sure I avoid the things that insult me, or avoid the people or situations that I find hurtful. Flattery, I can let go of because, I don't really give that much value to that, right? That's changed 180 degrees today, which I love because, again, flattery, whatever the intention from the other side, nice words are nice words, and it's so beautiful to hear nice words. For myself, I have loved sharing nice words with people for quite a bit of my life, quite a long time in my life. I really love sharing kind words, appreciation. Some might call it flattery, and yet, even if we're looking at it from that word, it is to make someone feel honored and pleased. Remember, honored and pleased, and I love that. That's a wonderful feeling for me to be able to share with people, and it's a wonderful feeling to feel received by people too. And now when I see that, how nice it feels when someone actually receives that fully, I also am receiving fully, which is so beautiful. So whether from myself or from other people. And today I would love, for 5 minutes after this video, for you to sit and reflect. What do you hold on to? Is it flattery? Is it insults? And then if we can be even keeled for both of those and recognize they're just words, and it doesn't really reflect who I am, it is reflecting the person who's speaking, or it's expressing something from a person who's speaking. It's how their perception is what I'm seeing. So I can be very even-minded in this. I can still be happy about flattery. I can still feel good about it, but I don't hold on to it, that I need to have this to feel good about myself, because I know my truth, and I know truth in general. Again, there's always the truth of another person that's being expressed in how they interact with me. And I thought I would finish with this one quotation by Rajneesh to encourage further contemplation for you, or reflection. This quotation says, "For awareness, you need not go to the Himalayas. You need not go anywhere. Your life gives you enough opportunities to be aware. Somebody insults you, listen to it in full awareness, and you will be surprised. The insult is no longer an insult. You may even smile. It does not hurt. It hurts only when received in unawareness. Somebody praises and appreciates you, listen with alertness. And then nobody can persuade you to do foolish things. Nobody can bribe you. Flattery becomes impossible. You will smile at the whole nonsense." And this is the thing, right? So whether we look at any ages, remember that flattery sometimes is showered on someone to get something out of someone. And then we might be afraid of what does a person want out of me. And we might be quite right that that is the reason that this person is using flattery. At the same time, if we can be even-minded in the flattery, we can see that there is an alertness to it. There's not a judgment about, oh, thank goodness they understand me, they flattered me, or they really get what I get. Because oftentimes flattery, when we're feeling good about ourselves and someone flatters us, it just kind of confirms something that we already know about ourselves, and it just feels lovely. And we don't really need that confirmation, but boy, it feels good. And if someone says something hurtful to us, it might hit a trigger for us. If someone else has said something hurtful like that before, or someone else has been energetically that sort of space, or even has pulled away, and this is how it made me feel, and now this makes me feel the same. So it's all based on those memories. Whether this moment, if I can just be even keeled in whether I hear flattery or insults, and I can just smile about it, it's a beautiful feeling. And I hope that you will practice this today, even if it's only 5 minutes after this video. Of course, I hope, you can tell it's quite hot out here, I hope that your whole day and your whole week will be fantastic. And I hope that you remember that flattery and insults can be looked at from the same light, even-mindedness. I wish you a fabulous day ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.